This is our 6.5 day 1 notes, but we are looking on the back. And the first question wants us to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So our m is the slope, our b is the y-intercept. So all we're doing is writing the equation. So for number 1, the slope, that's m, is negative 3 over 7, and the y-intercept is 51. So we have y equals negative 3 over 7x plus 51. Number 2, we have the slope and the y-intercept. So y equals 4x plus 0. We don't usually write plus 0, so you don't have to. You can just leave it as y equals 4x. Number 3, we have the slope and the y-intercept. Y equals 4 over 5x plus 3.1. Number 4, slope is 0, y-intercept is 5. Y equals 0x plus 5. We usually don't put the 0x, so we can just say y equals 5. The next set of directions says that we want to write it in point slope form. This is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So m is your slope, and then the y1 and the x1 come from the point that they give you. So in number 1, here's our slope, and here is the point. I recommend labeling the point with x1, y1. So x1 is 2 and y1 is 5. So we have to follow the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m, which is 5 over 3, parentheses x minus x1, which is 2. And that's it. Number 2, your slope is negative 3, and your point, we're going to label x1, y1. So we have y minus y1, which is 7, equals our slope, which is negative 3, parentheses x minus your x1 is negative 5. Now the only thing we have to do is just clean up this right here. Minus negative becomes a plus. So I'm going to change that minus negative to a plus. The shortcut, if you want to use a shortcut, is that it's opposite of what it looks like in the point. So if the point is negative 5, in your answer, it's going to look like plus 5, a positive 5. Number 3, here's our slope, and then here's our point, so x1, y1. So we have y minus y1, which is negative 2, equals our slope, 1 over 4, parentheses x minus x1, which is 6. The only last thing we want to clean up a little bit is that minus negative, which is going to become a plus. And number 4, slope is 1, and here's your point, x1, y1. Y minus y1 equals m, which is 1, parenthesis x minus negative 3. Couple things to clean up here. I'm going to make those minus negatives a plus. And do we really need to put the 1 in front of those parentheses? Not really. It's not wrong if you keep it, but we usually don't put it there. So this is going to be y plus 1 equals x plus 3. The last thing we're going to do is graph number 3 and number 4. Remember, always do slope last. So we want to plot the point first. This means we're going to go right 6 and down 2 from the origin. So right 6, down 2. I think that's it. And then use your slope. So your slope is 1/4. So we're going to rise 1 and run 4 from that point. So up 1/4. It looks like I'm going to go off the graph here. So I'm going to go backwards from my original point, and I'm going to go down 1 and over 4. Connect your dots and your arrows. Number 4, plot your point first. This means we're going to go left 3 and down 1 from the origin. Now our slope is 1. This is like 1/1, so we're going to rise 1, run 1 from the point we already plotted. So up 1/1, up 1/1. Connect your dots and your arrows. One last reminder is just to be careful. It's really easy to mix up plotting point and plotting slope because they're so similar, but they are different. So when you're plotting points, remember it's actually run, rise. So you run from the origin and then you rise to plot a point. But when you're doing slope, you rise first and then run. So just be careful there.